That was really a great introduction. Thank you, and thanks to all of you for making me feel so welcome here this evening. It is truly an honor to be here tonight, particularly as we launch a historic partnership between our two great organizations. Starting with my initial research on ALPFA and then my first conversation with Charlie, I sensed that there was a special synergy that could indeed make our relationship historic. So, okay, I'm only 3 sentences into my remarks, and I've used the term historic twice. So let me explain. Never in the nearly 100-year-old history of junior achievement have we embraced a partnership with another nonprofit organization at both the very high strategic level as well as at the operational level. Now, we have lots of other partnerships that are operational. These partnerships are typically where JA will work with a local Boys and Girls Club to provide programming, or another nonprofit provides volunteers who come in to teach classrooms for junior achievement. But in our partnership with ALPFA, we've added Charlie to our National Board of Directors to provide strategic leadership, guidance, and direction on all subjects, not just about serving more Latino youth. So Charlie is the first nonprofit executive to join our national board, which is comprised, as Charlie mentioned, of C-suite executives of some of the country's most prestigious and largest corporations. Now, some people have told me, Jack, it's risky to engage a fellow nonprofit, a group that is seeking many of the same resources in communities around the country as you are at your board level. But I firmly believe that this level of commitment is what it's going to take in order to make our collective partnership work. So JA's mission is to serve all youth, African American, Asian, Caucasian, Native American, and Latino. And that mission is bigger than just any one organization. We need to work together. So our partnership is also historic in terms of the timing. Given the tremendous growth in the Latino youth market, rapidly moving from minority to majority in many of our major cities, our mission to empower and develop Latino men and women as leaders of character that you all are doing so well in every sector of the global economy, it's never been more important in terms of what you're doing. So that's historic. Now, Junior Achievement's mission to inspire and prepare young people to succeed in a global economy is totally aligned with the mission that all of you have. And the beauty of this partnership, it's very rare that two organizations can come together where we already have the programming, we already have the experiences, and perhaps more importantly, with our 1,500 staff across the country and 115 different offices, we have the infrastructure to make our collective mission work. Now, you know, for some of you that have not taken a close look at JA lately, you may be questioning, why would Charlie want to partner with this lily white suburban organization? I've been with JA for 41 years, and that's kind of the rap that I get, whether it's in DC or corporate boardrooms. But let me assure you, that perception is not reality. Now, Charlie shared the numbers with you, but let's talk about that again. Of the 4.5 million students that Junior Achievement reaches every year, roughly 25% are Latino. And that's higher than the K-12 population of Latino students, just slightly, 24%. So that's over 1.1, closer to 1.2 million Latino students that are involved in JA year in and year out. African American students comprise 20% of JA's annual student membership, which is also slightly higher than the overall African American K-12 student population in the United States. And then for those of you that are really into the numbers and you're familiar with something called Title I students, and I know that many of our CSR groups in corporate America are very concerned about that. You know, this is roughly a designation that's based on qualifying for free or reduced lunches. 42% of JA students every year are classified as Title I students, And the overall population, K-12 in the U.S., is only 37%. So we're reaching more students in that Title I population than other organizations. Today's JA is not like the JA you may remember when you were growing up, and certainly with those numbers you can see that. In order to fulfill JA's mission of inspiring and preparing young people to succeed in a global economy, we focus on three core areas: workforce readiness, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship. And so while the materials and experiences that JA delivers to students is world-class, our secret sauce is the volunteer, the mentor, the role model that goes in and breathes life, real-world experiences into that classroom experience that the students have. So they share those personal experiences with the students, and they have a great time doing it. And I know I chatted with several people during cocktail reception tonight, and many of you have taught JA, so you know what it's all about. These mentors, these role models to these students are so important to what we do. Now, the retention rate, you may be interested to know, of JA volunteers is actually very high. We get a large number coming back, and they tell us, you know, we learned as much as the students did about this program. So the ALPFA JA partnership is going to benefit millions of Latino youths over the coming weeks, months, and I'm going to say years, because we see this as an ongoing partnership. In doing so, it's going to strengthen our nation and our collective ability to compete globally. Working with Charlie and his team, we look forward to engaging volunteers from ALPFA both strategically and operationally, both nationally and locally. So strategically, we're looking for many of you to join one of our 115 local J area boards across the country, or if you're a senior level executive with a global company, perhaps joining our national board of directors. Operationally, I hope that every one of you will consider serving as a volunteer in a JA classroom. So, you know, when you talk about ALPFA, it's all about people. When you talk about junior achievement, it's all about people. And we have an interesting coincidental presentation tonight to show you what a small world it is. Because I'm now honored to present the 2015 Daniel Zamora Student of the Year Award. This special award is presented in memory of Daniel Zamora, ALPFA's 2009 Student of the Year winner. Daniel was an active ALPFA leader at Florida International University, and since 2012, ALPFA has honored his memory and his legacy through the presentation of this award. Now, to help me present the award, please welcome to the stage Daniel's parents, Colin and Ilana, and his brother, Kevin. Now, you're going to see the Small World collection, because when Charlie told me who had been selected for this award, I wasn't surprised. I was actually quite pleased, as he's the same capable young man who received the Student of the Year Award for Junior Achievement back in 2012. He's faced many obstacles in life, but has risen above them with grace and accomplished more at his tender age than many do in a lifetime. At 20 years old, he is already a social entrepreneur, a youth advocate, and a community leader. He has been featured in NBC, ABC, PBS, C-SPAN, and the Wall Street Journal. He attends Babson College, the #1 entrepreneurship school in the United States, and this summer worked as an analyst in Goldman Sachs' private wealth division right here in New York City. He's been able to accomplish all this through his strong character, focus on education and entrepreneurship, support from his family, and by leveraging the opportunities offered to him through organizations like ALPFA and Junior Achievement and others who have invested in his success. We have seen this individual flourish from a shy boy to a confident young man with a very bright future. Please join me in congratulating the 2015 Daniel Zamora Student of the Year honoree, Josuel Placencia. Josuel, please come up on stage, receive the award. And